Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminisces. Beware the wanky album cover. What horrors it may hide. Now, here's a case in point. I look at that album cover and I go, beware, beware. But as happened before, you have to don't go by initial appearances. You have to peel back that initial sort of skepticism and see what lies underneath. And with Eminentia Tenebris, something which normally I wouldn't listen to. It's that sort of melodic, atmospheric black metal that I don't really like. However, there are people who can turn hand something like that and sort of persuade somebody who's into slightly different black metal, such as I, that it's worthy of listening to. And this is, and let's listen to some of it. Welcome to the end in this case. Okay then, Mac, so what is it about this particular artiste that you enjoy where very often you would turn your head? Well, let me tell you, I'm a bit of a sucker for spacey effects, and the beginning of this has those sort of hawk-windy type whoops and wallops that accompany their sound very often. And then there was that sort of subterranean bass, very rounded and cavernous, and to the fore, which grabbed me. And it's because atmospheric black metal is all about the atmosphere that is presented to you, and the atmosphere of this works for me. What was I going to say? Can't remember the name of the band. Mesothrym, something like that. Some space black metal band who occasionally I can listen to, but I soon get quite bored, so I have to take them in small measure. This reminds me of a more dynamic Mesothrym. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but nonetheless, I'm taken with this. ordinarily with these sort of bands, I would have turned off purely on the basis that it's not fast enough. And again, accepting that there are always peaks and troughs in pace with most songs. The something about this, I hadn't noticed before now how many slower sections there were in this, which is a good thing, I guess. I tend to listen to music not with any particular analytical frame of mind. Even when I'm doing these, you wouldn't call what I do analysis by any stretch of the imagination. But for me, music is all about feel, and the feeling I get listening to this means that I can forgive the fact it's not as fast as I thought it was. I'm still enjoying it. Of course, these make up for it, these sections. I do like judiciously presented keyboards, and just then that sort of soaring keyboard motif, simple yet uplifting, just makes that difference. You know, it's hard to find original stuff in any sort of music nowadays. They're out there, but sometimes it takes some finding. So if you ain't going to be particularly original, be sincere and effective in what you're doing. And I don't think this band is particularly space themed, but nonetheless, you know, it paints pictures for me of more spacey subjects than perhaps the artiste intends. But again, it's how it makes you feel, and I feel good listening to this. The other thing about this artist and this song is evidence of it is that they're not content to rest on the merits. So when they start a song off, they don't just repeat until the end. They introduce new aspects and new nuances, and you know, excuse me, consistently reinventing the song they're actually playing. So this is something like, well, nearly 8 minutes long. It doesn't feel like that. Well, they're not at the end yet, but so far it doesn't sound short, but it does sound fresh throughout. So I'm not getting the cloud of tedium is kept far away by this guy's composing skills. So there you go. Yeah, I enjoyed that. It gave me a sense of euphoria with a little e. I'm thinking about it. Something kept popping into my mind, and what it was in films and in comic books and various sort of forms of media where they describe prison escapes, and that old adage about smuggling a file in a cake to a prisoner for them to then soar away or file away at the bars and escape. So, for some weird reason that came to mind here. It's like, this is a very pleasant sounding song, which is the cake, if you have not caught on yet. But in the middle of it, there's something quite raspy, and you'll break your teeth on it if you chew into it, bite into it. So, yes, very pleasant and uplifting, and again, those synthesizer sounds I liked a lot. But there was a backbone of steel there, which that marzipan and sponge was wrapped around. So, yes, thoroughly enjoyed that. There you go. So, clicky bollocks, I guess. See you all next time. Cheerio.